About 3 years. Yeah, see, we've been all at it. We don't really know how long we've been doing it. Anyway, so we've been doing this over the last 3 years. And basically, we've been using member experience gained from attending spills in the UK, in UK waters and overseas. And the goal is and remains to provide best practice guidance for all who respond to or have a responsibility for contingency planning to ensure environmental protection. Now, when we set out on this journey, we started meeting to just discuss it. And then we decided we'd set ourselves a whole series of goals. I'm going to talk a little bit about that this afternoon, most of which we've now achieved. And with the support of many, the community, we hope today that we will finish one of almost our final goal, which is how do we agree endpoints in the recovery of plastic pollution. And I want everybody here to play a part in helping us make that decision. Amy, I know you're playing a part in this. She's looking at me saying, oh, dodgy Lisa. Anyway, so that's it. So today is about you talking to, there'll be presentations, but it's about you challenging the presenters, asking the presenters. Interaction and collaboration is key for the success of today. Now, let me just do my slides. What we did yesterday was all about alternative fuels. And we intentionally crammed a lot into the day because everybody's time is precious and we all have to maximize what we get out of it. We learned a lot of novel things about satellites, the use of satellites and drones for detection of and identification of plastics from Dr. Lauren Bierman. Fascinating presentation. And it was really interesting how, the same technology that is used to track oil spills can be used to track plastics. But what was significant about it was the use of drones and the technology and the research which has been done at Plymouth Marine Laboratory by Dr. Asa Matter down there on how we can identify the types of plastic which are involved in these pollution spills. We then learned how in the massive information that you get when you're involved in any incident, how we can use dashboards as a means of condensing that information into manageable action plans. And we heard that from Liam from Oil Spill Response. Now, then we had a whole session. Most of the day was spent on alternative fuels. And by alternative fuels, these are fuels which are coming into the marine environment to replace those which are more polluting. So we were primarily focusing on methanol, ammonia, and hydrogen. And we did spend a little bit of time talking about very low sulfur fuel oil and the issues that creates. We heard from Harbour Masters, we heard from the Deputy Chief Fire Officer, Hampshire and Isle of Wight. We heard from various stakeholders within the industry. We heard from ITOF, OSRL. We had a lot of people talking. But actually, in the end, I think we came up with some conclusions. But most importantly, we came out with a future direction of what this new working group, the people who are on the panel, will be tasked with, which is actually going to other industries and seeing what they do, how they do it, how they manage risk, how they respond to incidents on their own sites, and actually taking that information, then translating it to what we do as responders, but also to share that with the people who will be carrying these cargoes, which in our case for marine spill is the vessels themselves. And then obviously to talk to the vessel owners about how they manage incidents involving these new fuels on their vessels, but also then talking with ports. Are they happy about the plans we're suggesting? How can we improve it? So really using stakeholder communication to actually work out how we can come up with solutions. But I think as opposed when everybody went in here, what was good about yesterday is everybody now understands the limits of capability or the limits of knowledge within the stakeholders involved in this. And the beauty is that we're now all talking to each other. And I think we can cook on gas. So we have our working group. The working group's going to rock and roll. So what are we trying to do? That's me, I think. Yeah, I must have written this. I didn't really recognize this. Yes, anyway. So I wrote it last night. And the problem is when I got home last night, I did open a bottle of red wine. So if there's any time, I didn't finish. Hang on, I did not finish the bottle of red wine. Okay. There's some there for tonight. But anyway, when I got home, I did have a glass of red wine. And I had low alcohol beer here. So I was desperate for something to clean my palate. That's my excuse. Okay. So anyway. So anyway, what we're trying to do today is do all this, okay? But it is about you talking to us. It's not about us talking to you.